Let's be honest, people rarely admit it. But not having friends isn't always an accident. It's often the result of deep psychological patterns, habits of thinking, behaving, and perceiving the world that make genuine connection difficult. This isn't about being introverted or shy. It goes deeper than that. Here's what psychology reveals about people who end up walking alone, even when they don't want to. 1. Overanalyzing every interaction. People who struggle to form close friendships often think too much, especially about others. They replay every conversation in their head, overthink how they came across, and dissect every little detail. This comes from hyper-self-awareness, where your brain is constantly monitoring how others might perceive you. It sounds intelligent, but it's actually social poison. Because when your mind is analyzing, you can't relax, and others can sense that tension. It's not that you're cold or distant, you're simply trapped in mental observation mode. The truth is, your brain spends more energy analyzing people than actually bonding with them. 2. Low tolerance for fake behavior. People who have fewer friends often see through inauthentic behavior instantly: fake laughter, attention-seeking, drama. Once they notice it, they can't unsee it. Psychologists call this high social perception, and while it shows emotional intelligence, it can also isolate you. Because when you see through people's facades, you stop playing along. You don't fake interest, you don't flatter, you don't pretend to be impressed. And in a world built on small talk and surface-level validation, that kind of honesty can make others uncomfortable. They mistake your silence for arrogance, your independence for pride, and your detachment for superiority. So they avoid you, not because you're cold, but because your authenticity exposes their performance. 3. Self-sufficiency and emotional independence. Many people who lack close friendships are extremely self-sufficient. Most relationships are built on small emotional exchanges, reassurance, vulnerability, shared struggles. But emotionally independent people regulate their feelings internally. They deal with problems alone. Psychologists call this emotional self-reliance. On paper, it's strength. In reality, it often leads to isolation. Because connection thrives on vulnerability. When you never ask for help or open up, others subconsciously feel unneeded, and over time, they stop trying. You're not pushing people away intentionally. You're just too self-contained for most people to enter. 4. Rejecting group mentality. Another common trait is high individualism, the tendency to think independently and reject herd behavior. These people don't follow trends or conform just to fit in. It's not rebellion, it's how they're wired. Psychologists call this low social conformity. It makes you stand out, but also sets you apart. You think deeply, question norms, and speak bluntly, traits that earn respect, but not always closeness. People bond over sameness, not difference. When everyone laughs, you analyze the joke. When everyone agrees, you ask why. And when everyone follows, you step back. That distance keeps you honest, but it often keeps you alone, too. 5. Struggling with emotional reciprocity. Here's the truth most won't admit: some people are bad at friendship because they struggle with emotional reciprocity. They understand logic, not warmth. They know how to help, but not how to share. This can stem from alexithymia, difficulty recognizing or expressing emotions. You care deeply, but you don't express it in ways others recognize. People may admire your mind but feel emotionally disconnected from you. You think being reliable is enough, but people don't just want help, they want to feel seen. And when they don't, they slowly drift away. It's not that you lack emotion, you just process it privately. And by the time you're ready to share, the moment has already passed. The harsh reality. Most people who end up alone didn't lose friends overnight. They lost them gradually, by not replying fast enough, not showing emotion, not pretending when others did. They became too self-aware, too analytical, too detached for a world built on emotional noise. But here's what's important: not having friends doesn't make you broken. It just means your mind values truth more than belonging. You can't fake connection. You can't dilute who you are just to fit in. You stand alone not because no one understands you, but because very few can match you. You don't need to change who you are, but you do need to understand yourself. Because once you realize how your personality shapes your connections, you'll stop asking, "Why don't I have friends?" and start realizing, "Not everyone is built to handle me." If you want to truly understand how your mind works, without the sugar-coated motivation, subscribe. Because here, we don't talk about inspiration. We talk about psychology that exposes the truth.